Good morning, students. Today's lecture on mechanics and chapter is special theory of relativity. In this Michelson-Morley experiment. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से, क्योंकि 2 साल से ये आया है क्वेश्चन और इस बार एक्सपेक्टेशन है कि ये क्वेश्चन एग्जामिनेशन में जरूर आएगा. Michelson-Morley experiment. So this experiment was performed by Michelson and Morley in 1887 to detect the relative motion of Earth through ether and to detect the presence of ether medium. अब क्वेश्चन राइज होता है कि ईथर क्या है. तो एज यू नो दैट द मैक्सवेल थ्योरी ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव showed that the velocity of light in free space is given by c is equal to 1 upon mu naught into epsilon naught का square root. ये हमें रिलेशंस पता है, where epsilon naught is dielectric constant and mu naught is permittivity of free space. So the value of c as found experimentally 2.9979 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second, which agree with the value of the velocity of light obtained from the above formulas. It means that the light is indeed electromagnetic radiations, but it is very hard to visualize that how electromagnetic wave would propagate through free space. As the suggestion that the sound wave require a medium for their propagation, light wave should also require a medium. So this hypothetical medium was given the name ether. To account for this large velocity of light, ether was assumed to have large shear modulus and practically zero density. Light can travel through transparent solid. Ether must fill all space in the universe. Ether must be a material present throughout the universe. As the time has gone, at the later stage, ether provided not only a carrier of electromagnetic wave, but also seemed to provide a frame of reference which was absolutely at rest. It means that the electromagnetism and how to locate the ether. As the time has gone, some experiment has been conducted to do this. The medium at last, the medium required for light propagation was given the name ether because at that time it was not accepted electromagnetic wave could travel in vacuum. We all on the earth are moving through ether with the velocity of earth, say v. An observer on earth should measure a different value of speed for light ranging from c minus v to c plus v, depending upon the direction of motion of earth relative to light. So keeping in view the above discussion, above observations, if some optical experiment carried out on the surface of earth can measure different value for speed of light due to motion of earth, then the existence of ether medium in other words, existence of an absolute frame of reference can be established. But it is contradictory here that all efforts to detect the change in speed of light and existence of ether medium failed. So on the site of that, we have performed an experiment, that is Michelson-Morley experiment. So principle of this experiment is here: a light beam is split into 2 perpendicular directions and later received back in the field of view where the interference fringes are observed. The shift of fringes determine the path difference due to different time taken by the 2 perpendicular light beams and hence the motion of earth through ether. So here is a experimental arrangement. So during the experimental setup, the apparatus is essentially consists of a sensitive interferometer which can detect very small optical path difference between the light rays. A beam of light of an source S is fall on the half silvered glass plate G inclined an angle of 45 degree to detect the light from source. So this glass plate split the beam into two sections. One is above and other is right side. Yeah, it means that the beam is split into two parts from the point G on its rear surface. One beam is reflected to the mirror M1 and which reflects light back from the arrow you see that to the glass plate. The another beam that is transmitted from the right side goes directly to another mirror, that is M2, which also reflects the light back to the glass plate G. The two partial beams recombine at a point G on the glass plate produce interference pattern which can be observed with the help of a telescope T. Even when the mirror M1 and M2 lies equal distance from the glass plate, the optical path traversed by the two beams are not equal. What is the reason behind that? The reason is that the reflected beam travels the glass plate two times while the transmitted beam travels only in ether medium after they separate the point Z. This point Z. In order to make the optical path of two partial beam equal, a glass plate C of the same thickness and a refractive index called compensating plate is placed between the path of the transmitted beam, that is the C glass plate. So what is the theory behind this? Let us suppose, let us both the mirror M1 and M2 are at same distance, that is D, from the glass plate G. If the apparatus does not move during the time of conducting the experiment, the light is being reflected back and forth. Then the two beams return to glass plate at the same time and meet in same phase. यानी same phase means same angle पे वो मिलती है आके. We know that the earth moves around the sun with an orbital speed of about 3 into 10 to the power 4 meter per second. Suppose that the apparatus is moving with velocity v in the direction of initial beam from the source. The path of the beam will be shown in another figure, that is this. Okay, we will explain this in the later stage. Suppose the velocity of the light with respect to ether medium is c. We can prove that the time taken by the two partial beam along their respective path are not equal. So next, the time for journey in a direction perpendicular to the direction of motion of earth. Let c be the velocity of light with respect to ether and v be the velocity of earth or apparatus, and t1 be the time taken by the beam from G at to mirror M1 and VAC. This is mirror M1 and VAC. So the time taken by the beam of light to reach M1 will be T1 upon 2. After T1 upon T2, when the beam of light reaches M1 dash, it will find its position at M1 dash, that is the reflectance of the mirror. M1 into M1 dash is equal to B T1 upon 2. So in right angle triangle G, M1 and M2, here M1 and M2, this is here M dash 1, M this and this. Okay, we have, by using the Pythagoras theorem, we can calculate this. C1 C T1 upon 2 का whole square is equal to distance between this is D square plus B T1 upon 2 का whole square. Then we have simplify this equation and get the desired result. T1 is equal to 2D upon C into 1 minus B square upon C square minus 1/2, या नीचे भी रख सकते हैं इसको, तो आता हमारे पास 2D upon C upon 1 minus B square upon C square का square root. So since B square upon C square less than equal to 1, then T1 is equal to 2D upon C into 1 plus V square upon 2 C square. अब बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट सोच रहे होंगे ये कैसे लिख दिया हमने. यहाँ पे हमने बाइनोमियल थ्योरम यूज किया है और जो हायर टर्म्स की जो पावर्स थी उसको निग्लेक्ट कर दिया है, राइट। नेक्स्ट आता है टाइम फॉर जर्नी इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ मोशन ऑफ अर्थ। पहले था परपेंडिकुलर आवर डायरेक्शन और मोशन ऑफ अर्थ था। देन इफ T2 is the time taken by the light from plate G2 M2 and back. If you see the diagram in the figure, the beam of light has velocity c minus b when moving from G2 M2 and c plus b when moving back from M2 to G. क्योंकि हमने पहले भी बोला था कि जब ईथर का पढ़ा था कि कंसेप्ट जब मूव होता c minus b to c plus b के तरफ मूव करता। So T2 is equal to D upon C minus B plus D upon C plus B. कैलकुलेट कर लिया इसको हमने, सिंप्लीफाई कर लिया, then we get the results 2D upon C into 1 plus B square upon C square plus B की 4 upon C की 4 so on. ये भी हमने बाइनोमियल्स यूजिंग कर ली, हायर पावर्स को जो टर्म थी वो निग्लेक्ट कर दी। देन वी हैव T2 minus T1 is equal to 2DC upon, क्योंकि T1 पिछले निकाला अभी हमने, ऊपर देखो नंबर 1 इक्वेशन दी हुई है, T2 माइनस T1 कर लिया, सिंप्लीफाई कर लिया, देन वी हैव द रिजल्ट D B स्क्वायर अपॉन C क्यूब। ओके, नाउ द पाथ डिफरेंस बिटवीन द टू बीम इज C into T2 माइनस T1, C से मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया, देन वी हैव D B स्क्वायर अपॉन C स्क्वायर। ओके, if lambda is the wavelength of the light used, then the path difference dB square upon C cube C square will correspond to a shift in number of fringes given by, fringes बनती हैं तो उसका फॉर्मूला होता है हमारे पास n is equal to dB square upon lambda into C square, right? The interference pattern was constantly observed. The apparatus was then rotated through 90 degree. हमने पहले क्या लिखा था कि 45 डिग्री पे वो प्लेट्स है, पर अब हमारा जो इंस्ट्रूमेंट है या हमारा apparatus है वो 90 डिग्री पे मूव कर रहा है। So the path GM1 becomes parallel to the orbital motion of the Earth and GM2 becomes perpendicular to this motion. So the fringe shift is given by n is equal to n plus n या 2n is equal to 2dB square upon lambda into C square, राइट। अब इन जो माइकलसन मॉडल एक्सपेरिमेंट यूज किया था उसमें जो डिस्टेंस था मिरर का और ग्लास प्लेट का वो अप्रोक्सीमेटली 11 मीटर था हमारे पास। कितना था? 11 मीटर लिया हुआ था हमने, ठीक। और वेवलेंथ जो थी 6 इंटू 10⁻⁻7 मीटर ली थी। B अपॉन C जो हमारे पास कैलकुलेट करके 10⁻⁻4 आ जाता है। जब हम इसको फॉर्मूले में यहां पुट करते हैं देन वी हैव रिजल्ट्स, जो हमारे पास फ्रिंज शिफ्ट आती है वो कितनी आती है? 0.37 आती है। या हम ऐसा भी बोल सकते हैं कि नो फ्रिंज शिफ्ट वाज ऑब्जर्व्ड, द इंटरफेरोमीटर वाज केपेबल ऑफ डिटेक्टिंग शिफ्ट ऑफ अबाउट 0.01 ऑफ ए फ्रिंज विड्थ, सो द नल रिजल्ट कुड नॉट बी ascribed to the lack of sensitivity of the apparatus. So there are some null and white results is there. One is the drag, ether drag, and other is the Lorentz Fitzgerald contractions, right? ये इन वजह से होता है कि अगर मेरे पास क्या है, जो नल रिजल्ट्स आया है ड्यू टू द कंप्लीट ड्रैग ऑफ ईथर व्हेन अर्थ मूव्स थ्रू इट, there is no relative motion between the earth and ether. It means that the velocity b is equal to 0 and no shift could be expected. So if we accept this explanation, the phenomenon of aberrations of light from stars cannot be explained. एक और रीजन से रहता है इसके पीछे, लॉरेंटे फिट्जगेरलैंड कॉन्ट्रैक्शंस भी आती है, ठीक है। अगर मैं इन सब चीजों को कंक्लूड करता हूं, हम ये कंक्लूड करते हैं कि कंट्रैक्शन हाइपोथेसिस अलाउ शॉर्टनिंग to the path of light parallel of Earth's motion enough to equalize the time of two paths. This is the reason that why no fringe shift is observed. This explanation was also rejected because the contraction hypothesis is purely hypothetical and ad hoc natures की रहती है। So इसका जो failure interference of from Michelson-Morley experiment, the failure of the experiment implies that the motion of earth through ether was undetectable and hence there is no such medium which is absolutely at rest. So Einstein realized that the null result of the experiment makes us to believe that the speed of light is not altered by the motion of the earth through space. Yeah, we can say that it is wrong to calculate the time along the two paths by applying the Galilean transformation. This is this failure of this experiment gave birth to the new theory, that is the theory of relativity, which will be discussed in the next lecture. Hope you enjoyed this lecture. Thank you very much.